Guys, welcome to your daily dose of Drag and Drive, episode 2. Listen, I've been coming home daily trying to find, hopefully, Sick the Mag issue 5 and 6 in my mailbox. Well, today it's there. Y'all, I'm so pumped about this. Oh my God. It's insane. This thing has to be 250 pages. I don't know. It's gigantic. So I immediately started flipping through it, started reading articles. I shouldn't even have done that. You know how it goes. You can't even start. You end up finishing stuff. The first page you look at in issue 5 is the experience from Luke Newhoff. Great little excerpt article about Sick Week and all the coming Drag and Drive events. Guys, this magazine is, again, one of the reasons we're doing this. Drag, Drive, Repeat is... I started it because I wanted to bring you more content. They do it in a magazine. I want to do it in video and audio format like this podcast. And if you're watching this, you're looking through pictures that are from Drag and Drive events across the country. Ones that we've attended, ones that we're going to attend this year, hopefully. I have an update on that in a little bit. The first story, what I love about Sick the Mag is Luke put out a thing that said, please submit a story for the magazine for issue 5 and 6. Perfect. This guy named Carl Scott puts out what the article's name is Power Pioneer, talking about attending streetcar events at Thunder Valley and then how that worked into his Drag and Drive career. I guess looks like he's been on a few of these things. It's insane. 200 and something pages. I mean, I don't know. I'm scared to even start flipping through with you guys. I will do some kind of video on the channel, on YouTube or on our Facebook channel, to where you can kind of see some of the pictures and things like that. It's just so hard to do that with a magazine because there's just so much cool stuff. And, Luke said when he was on the podcast before that they wanted something you can feel and touch, something that wasn't digital and a small black mirror in your hand. You can take this thing, you can set it on the coffee table, you can put it on the bench in the shop. And when you have a few minutes, go over and pop it open, take a look, read an article, put it back down, come back to it later. The question I have for you, though, is one, do you still have your wrappers? And then two, are they like mine where they're all 3 different colors? Obviously, we subscribed as soon as we heard it was going to be out because we love Drag and Drive stuff. I now have a gold wrapper, a black wrapper, and this orange one that just came in that I just posted on our social media. You can find us everywhere. DragDriveRepeat.com is coming. I'm working on that website. Hopefully should have that out in just a few days. Today is March 1st. We should have, I would think I can finish that to where you could at least manipulate through some of it by Friday, maybe Saturday, make it go live, something like that. And then what else? Yeah, social media all over the place, Facebook, Instagram. I'm creating a TikTok for it just because there's so many short videos that we will have coming from events and things like that. So your daily dose of Drag and Drive is what I'm calling this, the doodad. I'm going to record as often as I can. These will be limited to probably 15-minute max, quick update, quick news stories, things like that. And then you'll be able to find all of the recap on dragdriverepeat.com. And I'm actually opening it up now to talk about some of the event stuff that I've had put on there. Come on, open up with me. It's fun to be on the backside of this of building a website because I've never really built one to give this level of information. We have basically built a lot around the fastest 100 of 2021 and fastest 100 2022. Completed Drag and Drive cars. I've been posting those all over social media. I've been popping into random number generators, numbers between 1 and 100 to see which cars we should feature on all that. So anyways, I've got it open here. The blog post for number 1 here reads basically about the interview we did with Hyde from the Midwest Drags, which is obviously an event that is taking place in Indiana and Ohio. The cool thing that I'm putting out here that nobody else in the world knows is that I am going to be a pit announcer at that event. Now, I love being in front of the camera, so it's so cool to be able to do this with them and also attend an event I've never been to. So, we've always done Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0. We did Sick Week this year for 2022, Rode with Justin Chestnut in the Model A. If you haven't seen those videos, go back to the channel, watch all those. It's awesome. I'm actually finishing editing up 2 weeks late. I know. Day 4 and day 5 should be by the end of the week. Again, my life is busy. So talking about that, talking about the interview I did with him, that link is on the channel there. Talking about the NHRA changes their street legal program rules. Now 2014 and newer cars can run a 9.0 quarter mile and a 5.65 eighth and up to 150 miles an hour with no additional safety equipment other than what the OEM has put on there. Basically, it reads from the NHRA, changes to the street legal program will allow racers with 2014 and newer OEM model year production cars to run as quick as 9.00 seconds and or 150 miles per hour, 5.65 eighth mile times. In addition, racers with 2008 to 2013 OEM model year cars will be permitted to run as quickly as 10 seconds, 10.00 seconds, and or 135 miles an hour, or a 640 in the eighth mile. So that's a huge step in the right direction. That means the guys with GT500s and Hellcats, with a little bit of mod work, they don't have to take those cars and immediately pull them apart and put a cage in them to go that fast. So that, I feel like that's a step in the right direction for the NHRA. In conversations I've had with everybody involved in the drag and drive world, we're interested to see what the next year brings for NHRA. Will NHRA dip its toes into a national level event like this? There's 5 what we would consider national or major events throughout the year for drag and drive. We'll now we see 6 or 8, something like that, maybe something put on by NHRA. And then if you haven't heard, Hot Rod Drag Week changed their rules, allowing methanol and allowing some fiberglass or carbon on what was generally an all steel car. I think you could have a steel hood or something or a fiberglass hood in some classes, and all that has changed. So a lot of uproar about that on social media. I haven't dug deep enough into it yet. I just don't follow Drag Week hard enough because obviously we've been doing this just a couple weeks. So let's see where we're at on time. 7 minutes. We're good. All right. So Hyde at Midwest Drags put out a video yesterday. If you haven't seen it, again, I'm linking it in the write-up on dragdriverepeat.com under the interviews, vlogs, and spotlights tab. That they're not going to change any rules from their 2021 rules for based on the Hot Rod Drag Week making their changes. With 100 days left till that event, it's just too close to the event, he said, and they don't want to take any chances and have people making last minute changes. When everybody hopefully is pretty close to having their car ready. If you do not have your car ready and you are in a situation where you still have an engine out and waiting on parts and things like that, definitely let him know. Don't let him know. Let everybody know on social media. Post pictures, tag us, all that kind of fun stuff. And then the last little update here is about Sick the Mag. Again, this thing it's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm going to jump off here in just a second, but I have a really neat announcement. I guess I went ahead and told you already because I'm going to be a pit announcer at Midwest Drags. I'm just so excited about that. And then lastly, is the Fastest 100. I've been posting about a ton. We have some stuff in the works, guys. I cannot wait to release it. It's coming very, very soon. And I will tell you this, it's really, really cool what we're going to do with the Fastest 100. We also are figuring out the top 25 for 9 second, 10 second, 11, 12, 13, and 14 second ET classes that are within drag and drive events that complete them. There's rumors of maybe putting some awards together. There's rumors of, I don't know, maybe turning this thing into a series kind of deal and bringing some sponsors on and offering some trophies and things like that. I mean, the sky's the limit on Drag and Drive. I'm really excited to see where this thing can go, and I'm glad that you're here with me. I'm glad you have boarded, like I say, have been telling everybody since the first of the year. I'm glad you boarded this rocket ship we're taking to the moon. It's time. We're going for it. We are. We're going the distance, as that song says, and dragdriverepeat.com will be out sometime this weekend in at least some kind of fashion, to where you can see the list of drivers and where they placed for 2021, as well as where we stand for 2022. And again, that list will continue to update as events happen, which is going to be really cool. I'll jump into just a little bit of statistical stuff, which may bore some folks, but I will say this. The top 5 fastest cars from Sick Week, okay, all that looped together, you get me, are faster than the number 2 spot for 2021. Okay, so number 5 on the 2022 list, 2022 fastest 100 list, is Sean Fink in the 55 Bel Air, the orange and gray car, beautiful car, with a 7.102. And 2021, the number 5 spot was Michael Borgen with the Volvo wagon. Everybody knows the Volvo wagon, at a 7.2599. So it's pretty cool that we already have a list shakeup, like that one channel says, for their racers this early in the season. So to have that many cars already under that, it's going to be interesting to see how many 6-second national event averages we're going to have by the end of the year. We talked about national events. We talked about regional stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's coming that is regional. With like our event, the Circuit Charity with Horsepower, hosting at Mocan Dragway. We only race 2 days for that, so we're not obviously a national event. And then the Carolina Drag Cruise is only an 8th mile event. We're working on how that comes into play with Rocky Mountain Race Week's Rowdy Radials, which only runs an 8th mile, because we definitely, those guys are fast as everything too. So we want those guys to get recognized. So they'll probably be it'll probably be an asterisk or a separate part there for maybe 8th mile, or we'll roll them into the regional guys as well. Okay, 12 and a half minutes, guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel. Follow us if you're here on social media. And obviously, you got to go visit dragdriverepeat.com to get all of your most up-to-date info. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.